Hello everyone, welcome again into the session with Rimas Logic. Today we'll talk about what is CRM, what hides behind this magic word, and I will try to explain what it is and also show how you can use it in your company, in your day-to-day business. Let's jump into that. So, as I mentioned, we'll start with what is CRM. So we'll go with the introduction first. So you may probably heard what is a CRM, and it's not the first time when you're hearing this three letters, so to say, CRM. But still, I would like to go into more details and explain what is behind it. So what we'll cover, first of all, definition and importance of the CRM, and we'll go through first explanation term, theory, and a very wide topic, what is CRM, and towards the end of my presentation, I will show you how you can use it in your day-to-day company, business, how much it costs, and at the end of the presentation, I will show you one of quick, easy implementations using specific tools. So let's go with that. So let's start with understanding what is CRM. So definition. Definition stands for customer relationship management. It's very broad and wide, I would say, description, but you'll get more understanding. We'll go through it. First of all is data integration. When you think about customer relationship management, you may think about that. Oh yeah, I would like to have a good relation with my customer. I would like that they be happy with my service, with my products, and so on and so forth. But if you think about that more deeply and think about the scale of your business, when you have tens, hundreds, thousands of customers, you'll not remember all of those customers in your head. It will be hard to understand what specific customer likes, what products they are buying the most from you, which customers are loyal to you, and so on and so forth. So this is where data integration comes when we talk about CRMs. So as written here, it gives you a 360-degree view of your customer. And data integration means here collecting multiple different information about your customer. It could be like build that over time, but it could be also integrating some other tools. Yeah, the next one, personalization. So what does it mean? That when you will have this data which I mentioned, you can easily anytime go to your system and check what is the context about this customer, which products they're buying the most, and so on and so forth. You can basically see a full history of your customer, what emails even you send to them, which helps you make a more informed decisions, which leads to your better service and better products. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how actually CRM works. So if you think about the customer life cycle, and again, I described a few stages. Those stages are very generic. Your customer, it could be, going through different stages. Your customer journey could be different, but those which we mentioned here are quite, I would say, common ones. So first of that is awareness. So when you are reaching out to the market through different channels, you need to build awareness of your products through marketing campaigns, basically outreaching to the people on the market and educating them what you're offering to them. Then the next stage is acquisition, which means that those customers which are interesting turning into the potential customers which are leads. And you start providing building a relationship with the customer, but also providing a value to them. And why I mention that? Because all those stages could be tracked in the CRM. Then the conversion stage, basically when those potential leads, potential customers are becoming your customers actually. So this is where the closing of the deals and making sales coming into the picture. Then the retention means, okay, keeping customers satisfied, keep them happy, keep engagement with them, so that your customers will not one-off, but they will be coming back to you and keep buying, keep using your services. And the last one, loyalty. So this is about when the customer is saying, okay, I don't want to go away from this specific brand, from this specific, product, because I really like it and really enjoy how you're providing them. So this is the loyalty. And all those stage automation could be tracked in CRM, which, as you can see already, it's a big advantage to have it in one single place, because then you can make, again, better informed decisions. You can make those customers happy. You can improve your products over time. But important piece is to keep this data in one single place, which is CRM. Okay, so we talk about customer lifecycle. So the CRM, it's the tool for each of the stage. Of course, there is a much details behind it, and how it could be those stages integrated, automated. As I mentioned, I don't want to go with just pure theory, so I'm describing to you what it's about, what are those stages, and I'd like to focus of the real value for you, which is, okay, we'll talk about it more when we'll go to the real life examples. So let's move on. Now let's talk about what types of the CRM we could have, because CRM, it's very wide, I would say, area. As you saw already, there are multiple stages of the customer, which in each stage could be even separate, different system, different tool used. So first one is operational CRM. So this is where it's all about to streamline, automate the customer facing processes, like customer support, customer service, lead management, contact management, different kind of stuff where you are collecting and working on the front side of the customer. Yeah, so this is where operational CRMs comes into the picture. The next one is analytical CRMs, where there are specific tools, features where you focus on, I would say, more insights and background work, where you analyze the trends, you analyze the insights, you analyze how specific marketing campaign works or does not work, how specific pricing strategies works or not, or don't work or doesn't work. So this is where it comes not directly, working in front of the customer, but rather looking into the data which we have. Then we have collaboration CRMs, where when you can imagine, if you have a big company, there are separate teams, and usually what is by default happening that those teams are not sharing information amongst each other, which builds a silos, which means information not passed through. Certain information, for example, about the customer is not passed through, which means that the customer service could be impacted, quality of the product could be impacted, and so on and so forth. So this is where collaborative CRMs come into the picture and solve this problem basically for you. When you have centralized environment, each team could access the same, for example, data in different ways, in different forms, but everything is shared across a single system. And now we're moving campaign management CRM, which means what I mentioned, that marketing campaigns, for example, so we can imagine, for example, Facebook ads campaign, and you're working on this ad, you're paying for that, and then you're not seeing results. So you could collect different kind of data, analyze it. So why it's not happening? Maybe you target wrong customers. Maybe your product is not touching the ground as expected on the market. So you can collect this data and also build into the CRM. Okay, so we talk about or we touch the base actually about different areas of this or the specializations of the CRM systems. Now, customer relationship systems and AI, of course, I need to put this word because it need to be here, as nowadays everywhere is AI. But how actually AI or different kind of analytics could be used in the CRM? So first of all, customer relationship systems, where we are talking about specialized program software, where you're specifically focusing on communication with the customer. So for example, you could have text communication, chats, for example, with the customers. You could have calls recorded. You could have emails tracked. You could have video conference, recorded and tracked in positive way, of course. And you may ask yourself, so what I will have with this data, like what I will do. So here it comes when we have AI systems and very complicated, for example, customer sentiment analysis systems, where you can understand if customer are happy, or customer if the customer is happy, or you can recognize upsell opportunities. So this is where customer relationship systems comes in. And the next one is AI applications. First one which you have is a chatbot. So how the chatbot could be used. So for example, you are handling customers communication through emails, and you may recognize that each customer is asking the same questions at the beginning, and it's like, first of all, boring for you. Second, it's repetitive task, which could be your time could be used for more creative work or working on more strategic stuff. This is where you can put a chatbot with defined list of data, which could be used to answer those basic questions. And as written here, it's freeing up a human agents for more complex issues. And the next one, it's predictive analytics. So this is where talking technically, machine learning and artificial intelligence could be used to analyze specific trends. So it's not about to make a plot or diagram about like certain your revenue and how it's going week over week or month over month, but really putting more complex systems which systems which will analyze all the information which you collected and say, okay, for example, in this quarter, in this month, it seems that for those reasons you are selling more, and you will be not able to spot it with analyzing yourself this data. You need to use those systems to have it, unless you have, for example, data engineer or scientist, the person which will be like doing only this, analyze data and looking what are the trends and what kind of additional information the data is showing. Okay, but as I mentioned at the beginning, I just want to give you overview without too much, overwhelming theory. So let's move on then. Real world examples. So I prepare for you a few examples where CRMs could be used. For example, solopreneurs. So single person, basically companies, and I fully understand in the beginning, you're starting very scrappy, you're looking for the customers, there are different kind of challenges, but at a certain point, you should, evaluate and start using a personal CRM. And it does not mean that you need to use, a lot of different tools, complex systems, but just to collect those data, like manage contact efficiently. It means collecting those contacts about the information, track your potential deals, which will help you nurturing leads, which means contacting customers, reminding about them to them about certain things. So this is where CRMs come into the picture. Moving on, small retail business. So, for example, if you want to enhance customer experience by tracking, preferences, I mentioned, purchase history, enabling personalized service, and so on and so forth. So this is where, real example how CRM could be beneficial for this specific market segment. You're building e-commerce store. So automation of marketing tasks, track customer interactions, streamline sales process. In this specific case, you can build different kind of sales funnels based on your observations, on the data, and so on and so forth, which obviously help sell more, first of all, but also offload any manual tasks, because those things could be automated and majority of the process could be handled automatically. Real estate agency. So your real estate agency, again, single person team, again, providing centralized information about properties, clients, interaction with them, so on and so forth. Helps move faster again, make decision better, and find out. And what is also important, make communication clear to the customer, but also do not forget about important stuff, because everything will be in the system. The next one, you're building SaaS company. So you imagine to building any, web page with some service. A CRM could help to analyze insight analytics, better decision making, improving customer service, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, probably notice that across those different use cases, they're the same pattern, like making better decisions, collecting data, making more personalized offering, optimizing marketing campaigns, and so on and so forth. So this is where CRM system may help. Now, how actually you could implement CRM in your company? Again, it sounds very complicated, but we'll go through the step by step how you can approach it. First of all, define goals. So usually the mistake what companies and people are making, that they think that I will take the tool, I will use it, and it will solve my problems, and it's not true. Always the work starts from the ground. So understanding what is my goal, what is the goal, what I want to achieve, and then maybe the answer will be yes, you need to use very complex CRM system to do it, or maybe the answer will be no, you will use simple Google Sheet or Excel to track this stuff, because at the stage where you are, there doesn't make sense to use a complex system. So this is the first step. Next step is assess needs. And what does it mean? What does it mean? That it's going to define the goal. Now you're going into specific more details. What actually I need? Do you need to collect contacts of the customers? Do you want to get some analytics from your web page, analyze them? Do you want to improve operational side of things, which is customer service, customer communication, and automating certain things, removing repetitive tasks, and so on and so forth. So this is where assessment came into the picture. And the next one, choose CRM. So which tool I should use? This is basically the question here. And here, obviously, my obviously, like, you need to make research, but my recommendation would be just try it out. Yes, look what is your budget, what you could use, and just do not overcomplicate. Do not choose very complex systems. Take the simplest one, which you can afford, and start to use it. Later on, you can migrate to the other tool. You can use something differently, do something else. But when you just start it, I recommend to really start using something which is really simple. The next one, prepare data. Yes, so this is, I'm laughing a little bit because usually what I have found out in my experience that companies usually have some data, but the data is usually not clean. What does it mean? That it's unstructured. A lot of things are held in the like text form, not like numbers. It's a digit. Email is different format, and so on and so forth. So at the beginning, there is usually a lot of work to clean up this data, but it's mandatory to set it up the tool itself correctly, because otherwise, if you'll go without cleaning data step, it will be a mess. Still, doesn't matter if you put CRM or not. So this is very, very important. Then, of course, there is no like one single tool solving all your problems. So this is where you need to customize. You need to adjust a chosen tool for your needs, implement additional features, maybe to build new workflows. It's a standard thing which is coming here into the picture, and yeah, I always in my experience this step came to the picture sooner or later. It must be done anyway. Now, train team. Yeah, so always with introducing a new tool, making a change, people need to be trained. You need to first train yourself, understand what the system, how it works, how to use it, and obviously you need to train the people which will use it. And there are usually different roles, which in the system itself, which means that you will be looking in the same data differently, you will use the tool differently, for example, versus your team. So it's important to start it right from the beginning, because it doesn't matter what tool we'll put, how much we'll automate, always will be people who will be using this tool and filling in some information. Yeah, now you're ready to launch and monitor. What does it mean? That, okay, you enable, but then you need to monitor. You need to define KPIs and metrics, how you will track that this system actually works for you. And on one side, you should define technical metrics, but also the business side metrics, which means, okay, you from the beginning thought that, okay, I want to build my CRM, I want to integrate CRM. You define the goal, you make assessment, you go through those steps, and now you launch it, enable it, you start using that, but then you need to define, okay, how you will define that it actually works and brings a value for a business. So you need to define those rules, which after some time, you will be able to say, okay, I look into this data, yeah, it works, it solves those problems. Because the decision should be based on the data and objective, not subjective. Yeah, and then iterate and optimize. So it will be not a fire and forget approach, which means you will launch and you will run. It will be continuous process to iterating that and optimizing, because your business is growing, people are changing, situation changing, market is changing. So the CRM tool and the process built around that, it should be also adjusted and optimized. Okay, so we talk about iteration and optimization. Now let's move on to the next step, which is the costs. So I pick up a few tools available on the market. HubSpot probably, I would say, is not the most popular, but very popular CRM, and this tool costs between $15 and $150 per month. It depends, because HubSpot is, of course, it has some very limited free version, but HubSpot works in a way where you have, depends what you use, what features you use, then your license need to be extended and upgraded and paid more. The next one on the list, I put Fresh Sales, which similar to the HubSpot price, between $15 and $75 per month. Then we have Keep, which is $249 per month. Then EngageBay, we have between $15 and $100 per month. Zoho CRM, where you have again $14 and $40 per month. I put it also Notion here, which is not like standard CRM tool. It has much more different kind of features. It's between $8 and $18 per month. And they put also Airtable, which is we can call it Excel on steroids, which is between $20 and $45 per month. All those listed tools, I think, except EngageBay, if I'm not mistaken, has some free versions. And you can just start with either of them. And now I would like to move to the section which is do-it-yourself CRM, because as you can see, just to make a little bit of recall what we went through, we start with definition. What is a CRM? What are the kind of CRM? It's a very wide topic. We could talk a lot about that. Then we talk about how specific sub-features or specializations of the CRM could be used, how it could be used in real life examples, how to integrate CRM into your company, what steps to take to actually understand if it's for me or not, and what the tool to pick up. Then we talk a little bit of prices, and now I would like to go through the step which is do it yourself. And here I prepared for you two tools, my recommendations, which we can start with. And the first one, which I already mentioned, is Notion setup. Basically, I would recommend to start very simple. If you are a small company, if you're just starting, I'm assuming that already have somewhere your customer contacts, and I will start from there. Create a simple database in Notion. Define the key elements of your contacts, like name, surname, phone, email, something else, and just start collecting the data. Do not think how you will use it, how you will automate. Just start collecting data in digitalized form. Of course, as each tool or a lot of the tools has a template, you can use already predefined tools, and you don't need to know Notion details. You just can apply it and start using that. Next one, which you put, is Airtable setup. I really like a lot Airtable. It has a lot of flexibility, a lot of great features. As I mentioned, it's an Excel on steroids, so I highly recommend to try it out. At the beginning, it's free. It's free tool, and the same here. Start simple. Start collecting your customer data, your orders data. And then you can move to some automations using Slack, Gmail, and so on and so forth. You don't need to put everything in place. This is why I like those both tools, Notion and Airtable, because they're very flexible. Of course, it requires additional time to make integration and so on and so forth. But on the other hand, you have simplicity and flexibility. Now, let's move on to CRM best practices. So here we'll talk about areas or best practices on the high level, how to maintain and how to keep going with the CRM. So first of all, data update. So keep your customer information current and accurate. And here, usually in my experience, the main fault relies on the people, because as I mentioned already to you, that it doesn't matter how much you will automate, how much you will integrate different systems. Always there will be a human who need to put some data into the system. And if you not put the data into the system, We will not have real view and not the actual situation. So this is very important. Keep the data updated. Segmentation. What does it mean? Do not keep it everything as one single monolith. Group your customers based on demographics, behaviors, and preferences. Try to find out the schema or the structure for your services, for your customers, which will be actually the best for you. There is no one single golden rule. This is why I already mentioned it needs to be iterated, optimized, and so forth. But main message which I'd like to leave with you is do not keep it as a one single monolith, because later on it will be hard first of all split it, and if you extend your system built on top of that, there will be a lot of dependencies which will require a lot of work if you will make any additional changes. The next one, personalization. So here, as I mentioned already, you will have a structure, you will have data, then you can have very personalized communication with each of the customer. And you don't need to remember, again, each of the customer, because you will have the data in the system which you can use. Next one, which I really like and enjoy, it's my big passion, automation. You can, when you will have your CRM, doesn't matter how much it will be complicated, how much it will be, or it will be just simple table in Notion or Airtable, then you can use it as a vehicle to automate certain things, streamline the processes, build the workflows which will be automatically happening, and you will save a lot of time. You don't need to use your own time or your team time to do repetitive same things. Next one, metrics tracking. So as I mentioned already, you need to define those metrics, but you need to track them. You need to review them as the same as your customer data, because otherwise, if you will be not doing that, after some time you realize that, okay, this system does not serve me as it should be. But the question is, did you did something to monitor the system itself that it serves you as it should be? So this is where metrics tracking is very important and came to the picture. Now again, training, I'm repeating the same, train your team, keep them proficient enough to use the system, integrated system. And the last one, feedback. Gather feedback from your customers and use it to improve the process. For example, if you use the chatbots for the communication with the customer, so maybe for your niche, for your business, it will not work out at the beginning because customers will say, no, I don't like it for some reasons. And this is why it's important to collect the feedbacks from the customers periodically. Try to analyze that and get back to them and show them that you actually value that and you're using that to improve your products, improve customer service. Okay, so and the last piece from theoretical part which you prepare for you is choosing the right CRM. So how you can actually do it. So prepare a few questions for you which you can ask yourself. The first one, what are your business goals and objectives? This is the first one. Second one, what are your specific CRM requirements and features? So it may sound that you need to know some technical things about CRM to actually answer that, but in reality not. You just need to think like generically, okay, so what this tool should do for me? You know already, what is CRM, what is the space, so now you can answer this question and okay, what should be the features, what things CRM should solve for you. Next one, what is your budget and how much are you willing to spend? So as you already know, I show you a few tools which cost a certain amount of dollars per month. So it's very important to understand how much you're willing to pay basically or spend for this tool. And as I mentioned also already, that a lot of those tools are free, has free versions to start with, but even if it will be free version and you'll try using that, you need to do this calculation. Okay, how much, and you have, do you have any budget for that? Because if you'll grow, you may need to use certain features which you really like, you really want, but you will not have money, so it will be lost time because you cannot move on with that. So this is why it's important to calculate it from the beginning. And the next one, how easy is the CRM system to use and implement? So here, either yourself or someone which will be helping you to integrate CRM, it's a good question to ask, because you may spend a lot of time, you may pay a lot of money to integrate CRM system into your company, but then when you actually start using that, you realize that, okay, it's very hard to use it. So it's very important question to ask yourself, but also understand how the system will be used from user perspective. So do a demo sessions, do a live sessions to play with that before you make any decision about integrating the tool. Next one, does the CRM system integrate with your existing tools and platforms? You may have already some tools in your company, and this question should be also analyzed and answered. Okay, so how much time it will require to integrate CRM into the existing company ecosystem? Is the CRM tool is compatible with those tools? Because you may find out that, okay, you will integrate CRM, but you need to develop a new tool or custom tool to actually integrate with existing systems in your company, which will be maybe very complicated, costly, and not worthwhile to do it. And the last one, how scalable is the CRM system, and can it grow with your business? So as I already mentioned, you can start with free version, but then you need to understand, okay, so is this tool will be easy to use and it will grow with my business, or I need to pay a license very soon and it will be too expensive, for example, for me? Or is this system capable to handle thousands of the customers' entries, and so on and so forth? So again, there is technical part of that, but there is also business part of that to make this question answered. And that's it. So this is the questions which we can use. Now I would like to show for you how I implemented a very simple system for. So now I would like to show you how I very simple implemented a CRM system, or the start of that for the person who is making jewelry, specifically rings and other stuff. And the goal is to do not, again, make a complicated, integrate some tools, learn that, but start collecting the data. Start collecting the data in some structure. So here, the tables and the naming is in Polish language, but I will explain to you. So here are the orders. Now for the rings, there are specific columns for the orders, and that's it from the beginning. Just start collecting this data over time. When the person will start using that, this person likes, okay, I need additional data. Okay, we can extend that, we can modify it, and then when the person gets used to that, we can add additional things. Okay, so make some calculations. For example, how much time it will take, it is taking to make the ring. You can use then this step to, when you're talking with the customers, offering them, made something, you can tell right away, okay, it's a 3 weeks, it's a 2 weeks, it's 1 month. So it's not your feeling or your experience, but there's the data, how it's saying. And the next part is customers' data. So basically collecting email, name, surname, phone, and the list of the orders. That's it. Nothing else. Very simple. Just start collecting that. And what I like, because this like CRM is made in the Airtable, And what I like about that it has a lot of features, and one of them it's forms, and it looks very nice from the user perspective because the user can just open this form, for example, when talking with the customer, and you can pick up, okay, this new customer want to do a ring from which fill in the other data like, okay, picking up something, click save, and this data right away lands into your CRM system. The same for the new customers. If you have new customer and you don't have it yet in your CRM, you can put the data here while talking with the customer on the phone, physically in your office, and then you can basically you will have for next time, and you don't need to fill it again. So this is very simple use case for that. Now I'd like to jump to the beginning of the presentation. So to make a summary, one, I hope that you already understand what is CRM. Second, it does not need to be a very complex system. It literally could be a Google Sheet, Excel, but it need to be in some structure, and it should have some goals. So it just not collecting data, but it should be have some strategy, let's put it. Okay, so now I'm collecting, I don't want to change anything, I don't want to change too much. I'm starting with a simple thing, but you should know what will be the next steps, even if you're not implementing them right now. Because you need to get to habit, you need to learn, you need to train yourself, you need to train maybe your team members. Let's just start collecting this data. And then step by step, over time, we will extend it, build it, and improve it. So this is my message to you. It's a process. Third one, start with some free tools. Notion and Airtable are great examples. I highly recommend them. I will put all the information into this video description. Link to those tools, my referral links. You can use, please, if you can use them, I will get some benefits out of that. Also, if you need any information about that, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I will be more than happy to answer them and have discussion with you. And also, if you like this content, subscribe, like, so you will get notified for the next video. Thank you very much, and see you soon.